Greetings, YouTube. As a lot of people that are very active on the web, I buy a lot of things online. Over the past decade, I've spent thousands of dollars at different places online, from little tiny mom and pop shops to individual people I've bought things from, to of course frequent orders on Amazon.com, which is probably the people that get most of my money. I always find it fascinating that there's such an incredible range of prices for the same item online. Yesterday I was at a store and I took a moment to take a look at a blade. It was a Cold Steel Urban Dart, a self-defense stabbing weapon. Kind of useful as a tool, designed strictly as a self-defense item. Kind of cool looking, it had a nice feel to it, but the place wanted $124 for it, which I thought was overpriced for what it was. It's essentially a stick, steel stick with a little rubber grip at the end. Nice, and I could see its utility in some situations, but if I'm going to be carrying a knife, even if it's self-defense, I want it to have a cutting edge so that I can use it as a tool as well. So I went home and I decided to look online and see what the ranges were I could find for prices. And just a quick Google search for their shopping option, and I found a range of between $70 and $135. Most of them in the $120 range. And I could just not kind of fathom why anyone would pay $135 for an item that you could pay $70 for if you did a search on Google that took you 5 seconds. I mean, and I didn't even look that hard. I didn't even look into going to like blade forums and see if somebody had used one and they wanted to trade it or sell it up because they didn't like it. But just a quick search and I would have saved myself literally almost half the cost of what the top price was that I saw. And I could have poked around further. I probably could have found some more outrageous prices if I really tried. And I find this all the time, whether it's a book or a flashlight or anything. The price ranges are incredible. I did a video on the Pocket Reference Guide, which is my favorite reference book of all time, and that book usually runs around between $12 and $12. Sometimes you get a little lucky and you get one for $10. But I did some effort one day and I found this company that had a lot of them, $17, and they were asking $3 a piece for them because they had a company logo on the front. I guess they had been printed up as, some kind of promotional thing, and the company went belly up and somebody had to get rid of these books. So I bought all 17 of them, and over the course of the next few years I gave them away to people as gifts. But I just can't see why you wouldn't do that kind of a search. That's a small amount of effort to save yourself so much money, and you can get some incredibly good deals. And I find it fascinating. I also find it interesting that it's really a wonderful synthesis of the concept of capitalism. Because if someone's willing to pay for it, that's what it's worth.